see how this works. Try it once again, folks. See if I can get this running. And get back to painting here before my paint dries up. Don't have the wet palette today. Do 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 do. Alright, there we go. Alright, we'll see how that works. Let's get back to this. I think I gotta fix my camera first. Okay, got that one. Go back to these guys. Bread bag. It's another MG. Alright. Let's go back to these guys. Still gotta get his helmet, but I missed a lot on these guys. Chicka chicka chicka. Get his helmet cover as well. Okie doke. Finish this. Smock here I need to finish. Smock. Anklets. Let's get those painted up. So far, so good. Make sure I have it disconnected. Okay. Let's look at these guys as well. Got 2 whole platoons to put to paint. 3 with the Americans. Check something on here. Okay, that's on. That's on. Oh, looks good actually. Okay. All right. Wasn't sure about something. Some settings on here. Again, I'm hoping it's not going to shut down on me. Seems to be okay. I rebooted the Wi-Fi. Got that all restarted. Should be okay. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's see, is there any camo coverings, smocks on these guys? I don't think so. Okay, that looks good. Alright, that's enough of that color. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough of that. Plug this in for a little bit. Gotta get that optivisor going. Thing is a godsend, man. Gotta love the optivisor. I could see when I'm painting for a change. How many years went by before I discovered this optivisor is a game changer. Even if you got good eyes, I highly recommend them. Especially if it's got a little lamp on it. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's let that set. Oh. Let's see, what's the weather like now? 4:53 here, folks. East coast of the United States of America. Weather. 74 degrees Fahrenheit we're talking here. The old Imperial. That's the way I roll. 74 degrees and sunny. Not bad. Pretty good. Going to be that way all week. Even better tomorrow, 78 and just all sunshine, baby. All sunshine. Yeah, it's a good time of year. August is coming and things are going to get really hot. And that's okay with me. For sure. Check out Discord, see what's going on over there, see if it's back online. It seems to be. I see good friend Byron playing some Cyberpunk. The distraction of video games. It's terrible. I think next I'm going to hit the field gray. Field gray. Well, wait a minute. I got to finish these guys first. It's going to be some camo. For sure. Once that's dry. So we'll do that. we're going to use, let me see, this shade of Andrea Brown. Where's the other one? Oh, there's the other shade I thought about. Is this it? And it is a little darker, isn't it? I think. I don't know, that might work better. I don't know. Let's try that. And the other color you need is green, which is not Luftwaffe. This one? Yeah, I think it's this one. Number 979. German camo dark green. Right? Can't see anything. What is this? No, it's Luftwaffe. This one. That's what I use for the camo. Ay, ay, ay. Did I even do the helmets on these guys? Yeah, that's where the German dark green it comes from. Alright, we'll start with that then. Feel free to let me know what you guys are painting yourselves. What do you guys got on the table today? What do you paint? I see you over there. Somebody's got a brush out, I can hear it. Otherwise it's a bunch of lurkers lurking in the background, which is okay, that's cool. I'll provide your ambiance. Sweet sounds of coffee. Ah, boy. That's there. It's a little too much, of course. It's always a little too much. Of course, these aren't SS troops. This is Heer troops, and I'm painting camo. Splinter. Kind of a splinter design. These guys. So there's no PDOT, there's no SS stuff going here. And we'll put on some brown on the camo pattern here. And that should do it. That's the coat. We've got a helmet cover here. Okay, that's good. Let that dry and then we'll hit it with some brown. So yeah, that's way too much paint, as usual. salvage some of that. Just like that. Let's check out this brown. See if I like it. I don't think I've ever opened this. Might be the shade I'm looking at. It almost looks purple, which is definitely not what I'm after. Yeah, that's a little too, I don't know what. It's just not the shade I'm after though. So we'll go back to this one. That's fine. That's okay. This color is pretty good. It's not as strong as I'd like it to be. Especially if I thin it down. So I'm not going to thin this. Yeah, it looks good. Don't want to overdo it. And this helmet cover gotta do. That's good. Alright. I don't want to say they're done and ready yet, because they're not. Gold. Some brass. Yellow ochre. Get that flat brown again. Flat brown? Yeah, flat brown. Flat brown. I want to get some bread mealy bags. Some of them are more brown color as opposed to a beige. There's a canteen I didn't do. Did I do the canteens on these guys? No, I didn't. Alright. I'm going to do some canteens. Do this officer's holster as well. I'm going to use a reddish brown for that, so I won't paint that. He's got an extra barrel there for the MG. Looks like it's not even in the case. Just hanging out. This is flat brown, right? Yeah, let's get the shovel as well. Forgot them. Hi, Big Small. Big Small Worlds. How you doing, my friend? What is a happening? Back once again, I am. keeping it real. Along the watchtower. What's going on here? There we go. Got another bread bag right there. Kashunka. I just finished a practice battle with my boy. He won. Now I have to tidy up. Oh boy, cleanup time. Take any pictures? Any picachas? Nothing like taking pictures of a good sound battle? Saddle brown, that's what I want. I have to tidy up, of course. A little tidying around the house never hurt. I hear you. I'm with you. Big battle or a small one? What are we talking? I'll try not to distract you. Oh, that's what I was painting, those shovels. I forgot one. Alright, let's go back to the canteens here. What's a mess kit? I can't tell. That looks like the mess kit. Alright, we'll leave that alone then. It looks like the mess kit to me. I see the mess kit on this guy. I don't see the canteen. Alright, skip that. There's a canteen, I think. Canteen's got that little brown cover of cloth over top of it. Kind of iconic. Looks just like, almost like the mess kit that they also have, which is more square. It's all metal. But on 15mm figures, sometimes it's hard to tell. Right there, it's perfect. Yeah. Alright. Ay, ay, ay. Might as well do these guys as well while I'm at it. I gotta clean my... You know what? I gotta clean the lenses on this frickin' thing. Oh. Hi, Nerds Nerd. How's your day going, Nerds Nerd? How's the new recruits? Any more progress? Titty toddy toddy. Titty toddy? Titty toddy. Big Small is tidying up. A post-battle tidy up. Gotta put all the trees away in the terrain and the battle cloth. Oh. I usually leave my table set up. Of course, I can do that. Just leave them set up. Move things around for the next battle. That's all. I think Nerd's Nerd is a big old pool table. Or a ping pong table. One or the other. I guess you gotta kind of clean that up. Let me plug this in while I take a short break. Where's the plug? Where are you? Is that it? I think that's it. That's not it. That's so many plugs here. There it is. Let's charge this a little bit. Oh. Clean my goggles so I can read. Doing great. Just doing some decals on another Capellan Lance. Back to the Battletech. Then teaching the teen how to paint the first unit. That's fun. That's great. Clan Seafox Star. That's great. So they'd never painted a miniature before? That's pretty cool. Getting all excited to paint up and do stuff like that. Wow. On their own, practically. That's cool. These guys go over here. Oh. Decals, that reminds me, I gotta do decals on my tanks. I don't have any American ones though. I gotta get some stars and stuff for the Americans. I'll have to look around Amazon or eBay or something and find some proper decals for 1/100th scale tankage. Because I don't have any. Probably get some more German ones too. Putting some pics on the game, of the game in Discord. Well, let's check that out, nerds. Let's go check that out. The game you just played. Alright. Let's share that on the screen here. See what that's all about. No, I don't want to show that. Where is it? Discord. Discard. There you go. Deployment. It's a spacious battlefield. Nice and simple, straightforward. Pretty good. What do you got going there? Any outriders or something? Ooh, those are some heavy dudes there. Got their lances on their shoulders, I believe, as they advance. Looks like more outriders of sorts. They have crossbows right there. I don't know. Okay, it's interesting. Got a nice heavy strong flank. And you got the foot knights here, it looks like. Swordsmen or whatever. Some cannon up on the hill. Looks like archers or some type of missile troops with some kind of pavis or something. I don't know what's in front of them. Some kind of wall. That looks like a solid frontage around the cannon. Not bad. What do we got over here? Oh, here we go. More Imperial. Well, what are these guys? All right. Oh, this looks like a very strong right wing facing off against the cav. Very strong indeed. Look at the pikes. Yeah, the cavalry's going to have trouble there unless they're armed with some shooty bits. And a very solid frontage. Looks like a mortar or some type of cannon on the hill. Gonna have some cannon dueling for sure. I don't know. This looks pretty strong. Over there, it looks like more missile troops behind something. I don't know. I don't know. That's going to be a tough one. Let's go see the next pick. Let's go look at the next pick. My right flank, 40 halberd, 30 men-at-arms, and 2 great cannon. All right, this is what we were looking at, I think. I don't recognize this flank. What is going on here? This is your right flank. Okay, I guess I didn't see this. Got more cavalry, some looks like halberdiers, solid infantry, crossbows with pivis, with cannon overlooking. Okay, that's a pretty strong right flank. Oops, let me read this. The enemy's deployment from viewer's right. So I believe these are the guys facing your right flank. Knights, ogres, handgunners, cannon, galloper guns, cannon, halfling, archers, war dogs, 30 halberdiers, and 40 pike. That's way over here. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, that was the flank I was looking at. That was really strong. A much smaller force. Your son there. Much larger force, actually. What am I saying? I don't know. Actually, I can't tell now. I saw this. I saw that one. You can see a little more up here. Here we go. I thought this rock would help me. It really didn't. I couldn't get at the knight's flank with my halberdiers, leaving the footmen, men-at-arms to slug it out throughout the battle. Ugh. Yeah, a little narrow pass there. A little Thermopylae action. What do you got up here? Cards? What are they? Look, I got some cards there for magic items or something. I don't know what that is. That's interesting. You are playing 8th edition, I believe. Very good, Big Small. Looks like a fun battle. Couldn't get through. Who won, by the way? Actually, I think you told me. No, you didn't. Maybe it's in the description. Deployment, cannon. No. It's a close-up of the action, a little Thermopylae action. Up and at 'em, boys! Is that a real rock you used? Looks pretty heavy and solid. It looks like a real donny you got. The old river rock. The boy won. I went from rolling very lucky dice to appalling dice, but it also made some big. I also made some big mistakes in the game. I sent the wrong troops to do the wrong job. Okay. Fortunately for your son, right? If you can capitalize on your mistake, the battle is indeed won. In that last pick, you can see how my damaged halberdiers are about to face ogres and handgun and the cannon on the hill. Where are the ogres? Oh, here they are. Right there peeking around that big donny. No trees, no forest. So you're these guys down here, right? Let me look again. Damaged halberdiers are about to face... Yeah, he's the other side over here. I don't think those halberdiers have a chance. They're gonna get picked... Are these crossbows? What are they? Handgunners. Alright, so they're just gonna get shot up. These guys are gonna be threatening their flank. They're just... What are they gonna do? They can't really charge. The cavalry are pinned over here on the other side of the... Or you've got the cavalry pinned on the other side. So you're actually doing good over here. You're keeping his cavalry busy. Otherwise they look like they'd be pretty useful somewhere else. So I don't know. Maybe you're pinning his troops too. You know, you got an opportunity. You got 2 units of halberds kind of pinning 3 of his units. And his cannon, really. That could be a great target, right? Although these guys probably won't last long. So, I don't know. You lost, so. Oh, there's another one. Ah, look at those pikes. They're freaking huge. Here the enemy pike drove off my foolish light horse, who tried to attack their rear without being wide enough to disrupt them. Okay. Mistakes happen. Every battle's a learning experience. Alright. Hi, Max. See, Max is in there. Maxipod, how you doing, my friend? Oh. Is my coffee gone? Yeah, I need some water then. Very good, Big Small. I'm glad you had good fun with your son there, having a big old battle. Is that part of your campaign? Or no, you said it was a practice battle. Practice probably for something much bigger and more important. Try out the new troop types, right? Doing well, just keeping busy with writing. Line item tables suck. Okay. They do indeed. That's good, Max. I'm glad you're keeping yourself busy and doing some writing. Tip's hat. Fantastic. What you writing? What you writing? I'm going to say your rules, right? Maybe? Probably? I'm not sure. Could be anything. Maybe a little friction or poetry, perhaps. Kanji. Never know. Oh, Nora watching you. Now I need to tidy it all up. I thought you did tidy it up. You were busy sharing pictures, that's what it was. I'm sorry, Big Small. I kind of distracted you. Well, you get to it. I'll be here. Ah. Exactly that. He was trying new regiments, and only half his army was on the field. Does he do a lot of painting with you? Does he paint his own stuff, or does it really fall to you to paint every freaking model? I'm going to say it's the latter. I could be wrong. A couple of co-workers are putting the rules through their paces right now. If everything goes well, the proof of concept playtest, right, will be available this week. Is this your big focus now, Max? Finally getting this done and dusted? That's good, man. I'm with you on that. Put some focus in the writing stuff. It's much, much better. Much better endeavor. Maybe you could be a rules designer. By profession. Yeah, quit your job, right? That's it. I'm going to stay home and write rules all day and night. Legion of Myth Publishing. Look out, folks. Look out. We'll start with some sci-fi. We'll move into some fantasy. Maybe even do some historicals. Nah, forget the historicals. Let's go more into the sci-fi. Maybe some sci-fi fantasy. We shall see. Legion of the Myth Publishing, folks. Keep your eye out. Yeah, that's why I stopped the Friday stream, to focus on wife. Okay, that's a big one. That's a big one. Life and book. They're big too, but wife, top of the list. Ah, the married life. I'm glad I skipped that stone. I want the book to be in a 100% playtest phase by January. Okay. Max has laid down the law. 100%. How's it looking? You gonna pull that off? I think you will. Put a whip in Max's hands, and we're all set. No worries. Things are gonna get done. You still do the Sunday stream, I heard, right? Haven't seen one of your streams in quite a while, Max. Not since I heard you stop doing the Friday. How is your Sunday stream? What's different about that? If I remember, that used to be you and, I can't think of his name. Heathen Dog. Is that right? God, I haven't watched him that long. That's when you used to do your little show there talking about a game. Is that what you're still doing? That's your Sunday show. I hope so. It's the little stuff that takes all the time. I dread when I have to make general equipment lists. Sunday stream is still going. Same old, same old. Oh yeah? Okay, that's good. Well, good, man. Good. Focus on your writing. Much, much better choice. Probably healthier for your mind. Playing in any games? Excuse me. I've actually started playing games. No role playing yet. Still on a hiatus since December, I think it was. I haven't really prepped my upcoming campaign yet, but I will. Been playing miniatures games with Jake and Jesse. It's awesome. Oh, love it. Wife just bought me food. Going to lurk until the honeydew list arrives. Okay, Max. Do what you gotta do, my friend. It's all good. I'm always here. It seems that way, doesn't it? You can playtest my game. I'll look forward to that. Don't even tell me what it is. I probably know, but don't even tell me. Let it be a surprise. It would be more interesting to read. I'd love to playtest it. I won't tell anybody either. We're gonna play this. Get ready. Be very critical. Yeah, it's true. If you're gonna playtest stuff, you gotta kind of know what the hell you're trying to play here. I gotta paint that. I skipped it. That's probably a good idea. Playtester Rooney. What am I doing here? Oh, the rifle. Gava. Vi must paint the Gava. With some medium brown. Actually, this is called flat brown, which is basically a medium brown. Schlink. Okay. I gotta fix that. What else? What else have I got to do here? I feel like painting the sling on this Schmeisser. I feel like making it brown. This is late war. You get away with a lot. Okay. Awesome. What is next? Oh yeah, I gotta fix that guy. We gotta get some field gray. German field gray, which is more like a greenish tint. Gray. Just a little bit. So I forgot to paint a fold in this guy's tunic. Yes, what guy? Where is he? I thought it was the officer. Where is he? There it is. Okay, much better. And probably should paint that ammo. Got some brass. Need some brass. I don't want to use gold. That's too bright. Brass. Oh, let's take a look. I think that's gold. Where are you? We must paint the bullets for the Führer. Gold. I got so much gold. It's ridiculous. I'm rich. Gold paint. What is this? Ah, man, come on. Oh. Don't make me get up. Matte medium. Airbrush thinner. I wonder what that'll do. I don't have an airbrush. Timbits. Oh, that's an oldie. Oh, here's a good brown. Blue, green. Oh, I gotta get up. I can't find what I'm after. What is this? Is that it? Monster brown. Oh, maybe it's here in front of me. Let's take a look. Gold. Yellow ochre. Nope, I don't see it there. What's this? Buff. Brand new bottle of Buff. I don't need that. I see a lot of brand new bottles here. I don't even know what they are. Wow. Useful colors. But I don't see what I'm after. Oh, I'm gonna have to get up. All right, hold on. I gotta get up. Let's see. Bronze. I don't want bronze. Glaze. I want glaze. Dwarf bronze. That's what I use for Americans. Let me grab out this box. That's funny. That is funny. Tidying never ends. I paint all the figures. I guess he would try if I asked him to. Well, you should. It's part of the hobby. It's enjoyable. It's supposed to be. Of course, we all know it's not. I enjoy it. Maybe he would enjoy it. Maybe that'll be a big thing for him. What's this? Tanned leather. Reaper. I could have swore I had some brass. I'm not seeing it, man. I'm not seeing it. I might have to use this gold. And you know what? That'll be fine. What is this? Air color. because it's all going to get washed. So that'll darken it up. I hate metallics. I'm painting the casings for the bullets, in case you're curious. Latest videos seem to go down well. Saw your comment, Fritz. That was the one you just posted, right? Yesterday, was it? Was it yesterday or this morning? I can't remember. The one where you covered the everything that's going down, basically. The dwarves. Cursing about their loss. Somebody that drowned. Yeah, that's pretty good. Getting some traction. I think more people should see your stuff. It's quite unique and worthwhile. There's not many YouTube videos out there that are worthwhile, in my opinion. Judging it by longevity. I think your stuff would stand the test of time and be quite enjoyable years from now. Unlike all these unboxings and stuff and reviews, which are okay, but again, test of time. People move on from games. Even battle reports. Anyway, where's my gold? What was I going to use here? This? Let's try this. Let's use Model Air Vallejo. Model Air 066. It's from their Model Metallic Air line. Gold. Let's see what this even looks like. That might work. It might work. Actually, it looks too dark. It looks like gold. That's okay. There's he got more ammo on him. Hold on. Got another guy here. Let me see. Right here. How could I not have brass? I'm gonna have to look around for that. Or find a color. That might match that. Let's not get too fussed here. I think this guy has a tunic on. I didn't paint it that way though, so we'll leave it. Smock, I mean, not a tunic. This guy's got some ammo for a Panzerschreck. I gotta paint that proper. Nope, nothing there. Let's check these guys out. Any ammo carriers? Nope. Alright, so yeah, they're done. For now, put them over there. There. Okay. Double check. No, I gotta do this guy. Knew there was a guy here. This guy's rambling it. There's another guy right here. Didn't see him. Right in front of me, and I didn't see him. Okay. Alright, that's enough of that nonsense. This is gold, I think. I don't think this is brass. But this is a good color. Could be wrong. It might be brass. It's nice and bright. That's a good one. I'm all out. I think I put some medium or thinner in there. It's all pretty much... Actually, there's still some in there. Maybe I'll... Yeah, that's actually got some in there. I'm gonna go to town here. Hook some of this out. It's nice and bright. That's what I want. Because it's going to get dulled when I put a wash on. Let's see if we can do this again. This might actually be brass. That's much better. Damn. That is what we want. Gotta make a note to get some brass. Check and see what that was. I'll be right back. I gotta scoot. Gonna leave the rest of the tidying for tomorrow. See you next time, Fritz. Okay, Big Small, you take care of yourself. Thanks for joining me for a while. Glad I could provide some ambiance for your cleanup. And a place to post your figures, your pictures too. And there you go. check out these guys. They have some ammo. Not that guy. None of these guys either, so they're all good. Alright. Glad I used that. Much better. Much better. I think these guys are done now. Can I set them aside? Alright. These guys will do some field gray. What time is it? Hour and 17 plus at least another half an hour. I'm messing around because my stream gets shutting down. I am a rubbish general. I don't know about that. Of course, it is just a game. Let's not get too crazy here. It's not real. We'll do some field gray. That's next. Let's see, is there anything else we could do in the interim here? Twitch. Action needed. Nah, leave me alone, Twitch. Alright, let's move on to the tunics. Let's get these guys painted. Tunics and trousers. Let's see. Any smocks? No. Okay. This is usually the most time consuming. See if we can hit it a little more efficiently this time. I can keep track of where my paint is here. So yeah, this is part of my Flames of War project. Coming back to it again after a short break. Kind of motivated, really. Been playing some Flames of War with my nephews. Turns out they really like it, so yeah, it's got me kind of motivated. Because I do prefer the historical gaming. As opposed to the fantasy or sci-fi stuff that I also do. I enjoy historical stuff, big time. I am a history nerd. Always have been. If it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't be a gamer at all. Honestly. So yeah. But I do enjoy my fantasy and sci-fi too, though, so. And I'm here for real this time. Work emergency landed right after I hey-heyed. Go figure, right? Well, Big Small had to scoot. Max dropped in. He's doing his to-do list. But he's lingering. I don't know who else is here. A bunch of people at one point. Doing decals on another lance of glorious Capellan mechs. Oh, brother. You guys and your battle tech. Battle tech. I was just talking about my interests. How I prefer the historical. Because I am a history nerd. I gotta do decals too. I just dip them in, I just cut them out and then I dip them in water. Not necessarily warm water because I'm lazy. And I let them set for a couple minutes or something until they start to move around. I use a little brush to kind of test it and see if they're moving around on the sheet. And then I use a pair of clamps to grab the little piece of paper edge, take it out of the water, and then I use a brush and I slide it onto the surface, reposition it as needed. Sometimes I gotta use a toothpick, gotta be careful. And then that's usually it. And then I let it dry and then I seal it. I've been known to use watered down white glue to seal my decals because you got to seal them. I know there's all kinds of special stuff you can use too, like softeners and all this nonsense, but I've never used that stuff. But I definitely seal them. I mean, you gotta kind of seal them or they're gonna come off. That's it. Sometimes if they don't bend properly over a surface, I'll use a X-Acto blade to kind of cut into the decal so they give a little bit more and wrap around things, which can happen if you got a curved surface you're putting them on or got some edges to deal with. Anyway, that's what I do. Not that that means anything. Talking about decals. Got any tips or tricks, nerds? Feel free to share. I love tips and tricks. Ultimately, people are going to use what works for them. I like to try new things out anyway, so that's how I discover things, right? That's how we all discover things. So I like to hear what other people do. If it's any different, Let me finish this one guy. Taking me forever. I missed the speed paint. No speed paints on these guys. Like I said, I don't have the medium. I want to use medium on, so I could use these other colors. Oops. I don't have any at the moment, so I'm just going to paint the old-fashioned way. Never actually used speed paints on 15 mil. Kind of curious. Alright, that's one. Jeez. That took way too long. My kid played Fantasy or World War II. I'd be doing that instead. But he chose Battletech, and so Battletech it is. Makes sense. I did the same thing. I was right in the midst of playing 40k, hot and heavy. Tried tried Flames of War. And then all of a sudden it was like, wow, this is really freaking good. Let's try this. This is good. Alright, so okay, I'm gonna move on back to the Flames of War and finish up some infantry. Take advantage of that. I do enjoy 40k, but I really enjoy World War II. Gloss varnish. Oh. Then microsol. If crazy shape. Then more gloss over the top. Comes out perfecto. Gloss varnish. Okay. Why gloss varnish instead of, say, flat varnish or matte varnish? Or does it matter? What do I usually use? Whatever's on hand. I spray seal it. Sometimes I'll use a matte varnish. Gloss is a smoother finish. Really? I'll have to try that. See? Boom. There you go. I got gloss varnish. Okay. Try to see how smoother it is. You spray or brush it on? And I hit the whole model with a satin matte spray varnish afterwards to get rid of the shine. Yeah, that's what I assumed. That's actually a really good idea. I don't think of these things, see? I don't know why. Until somebody tells me otherwise, I just keep doing what I'm doing, I guess. Gotta go grab spray varnish. Off to the cabinet. Okie dokie. There you go, folks. It's smoother. Off the speed painting too. I've used gloss primer. or a varnish over top of figures after I prime them. So when I put the speed paint on it, it's even smoother and it just flows where it needs to flow. I've done that. It seems to help. You're dealing with a particular surface, especially. I wonder if it would help with flat surfaces, like a shield. Probably. I find speed paint can tend to pool on flat surfaces, so you gotta kind of be mindful of the whole process. So yeah, maybe a little gloss on there would be beneficial. Help it flow. I gotta stop being so slow and inefficient here. It shouldn't be taking me so long to do this. It's because I'm blacklining as I paint these things. I'm leaving black showing between things and in creases. I do that all the time. You really don't have to, especially if you're going to wash your figures afterwards, like I do and plan to do. I mean, you don't have to do that. It's just a bad habit, or it's a habit. I won't call it bad, but it is definitely a habit with me. I mean, it's one of the reasons I black prime. We use black primer. Anyway, this guy's done. Moving along. Excellent. What's going on here? Okay. I'll take a pause again here, man. Da 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 da. Let's see what we're looking at here. Frizetta. Like a base there. Printed that a while ago. That's something I haven't done. I actually haven't played with those spaceships that I worked on a couple months ago. What was I playing? I can't remember the name of it. I think it's in the other room. I can't think of the rules. Indie game. Miniatures generic. It's actually pretty good. I had a little test battle with myself. I was going to play it with those guys. Never did. In fact, the ships are still sitting on my painting desk. A little bit more detail to put on them. The heck is the name of that game? Admiral. Void Admiral. That's what it is. Void Admiral. Good fun, that game. You can pick it up on Amazon, $6 or something like that. Supplement is also $6. Not much investment. It's pretty good. I'm telling you. Check it out, folks. Void Admiral. 3D print some spaceships or grab some out of the attic from days gone by. Give it a whirl. Alright, two more guys I want to do here. The tunic and the trowel. Probably help if I thin this paint a little bit. Let's do that. Gotta get some flowage. They got all kinds of little bits and bobs on their webbing here. I don't know what I'm painting. Being 15 mil can be a challenge. For me, anyway. What am I listening to? This is actually pretty good. Ah, okay. I gotta admit, I definitely enjoyed the 28 mil much better than any of the smaller scales. And 15 is just a little too small for me. That does look like a smock. Oh well, that's okay. It's just a little too small. So I don't try too hard with 15s. Like I say, I don't get fussed over them. Just get that paint on there, making them look at least decent. It's good enough for me. And that's enough. That works for me. Otherwise, it's too frustrating. Again, though, I haven't used speed paints on 15 yet, and I definitely want to try that. If these were 28s, it would be a whole different ball game. Be much more enjoyable for me, for one thing. And it's a lot easier to paint all those details because everything's bigger. You got bigger surfaces. And I think, to me anyway, it takes just as long. If not, it's quicker to paint a 28 than a 15 for me. I guess you could say it's my technique, and it probably is. But these 15s demand it. They demand a little bit of effort getting those details. There's so much detail on 15s, my gosh. Just everything is smaller. That's otherwise 28. For the most part. Some 15s are crap. What is this? That looks like it's his tunic that I didn't, or his bread bag that I didn't paint totally. Or does he have a smock on? Ah, boy, he might actually. I don't see a hood. His webbing is over top, which is still possible. No, I don't think that's a smock. That's a jacket. Looks good, looks good. So I got these guys to do. I got a couple pack 40s I want to do. And I think I got a couple 88s flak that I'm also going to do. Gotta get myself some more tanks and self-propelled guns for sure. At the moment, all I have is just those 3 Panzer IVs. I don't think I have any more laying around from my old collection. That's okay. I'm gonna 3D print some stuff. I know Nerds got some stuff. I think I'll try that Stug. See how that turns out. There's a new... Now I can buy stuff too if I wanted. There's a new starter set for the West Front D-Day coming out next month. If the price is good, I might actually pick that up. Let's get some Tigers and Panthers. Oddly enough, I don't think it has any Panzer IVs or Stugs in there, which is really odd. I mean, they're the workhorse, come on. Although that said, I do love Panthers. I think it does. I might be thinking of a different set. You know what I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of that Kursk starter set. I was looking at that yesterday in the stream. That's where I'm getting those Panthers and Tigers from. That's what I was looking at. Because the contents of this starter that I'm talking about here isn't yet revealed. All I got is a cover picture which shows... Geez, I think it did show some Tigers on it. And some Shermans. And lots of infantry. So we'll see what's in that box. I need some tanks. I need some Panzer. That's what I need. Got infantry all over the place. Oh, gotta get some more paint here. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Field gray. Cap here on this officer. Gotta have some infantry. When I first started playing World War II games, all I had was tanks. And I had some massive tank battles. All Western Front stuff. Lots of Shermans, all kinds of Shermans. Sloped, edged, all that good stuff. 76, 75, 108s. 105s? 108, 105? I can't remember what it is. The high explosive one. All that craziness. Stugs, Panthers, Tigers, King Tigers. Higged Panthers. Higged Panzers. I had all kinds of stuff. And didn't worry too much about infantry. I had a good time. Then I started adding infantry like a maniac. All kinds of half tracks, 2.50s, 2.51s. My favorites. Oh man! I love the little 250s, the little mini half tracks. They're fun. Good for recon. Yeah, porting around little half squads. They were fun. I think I got all that done. Sherman 105. That's what it is. It's the 105. Greatest of all time. You're a Sherman fanatic. That's what you are. Sherman fanatic. I had so many Shermans at the time, I couldn't even paint them all. I had Plastic Soldier Company stuff. I had stuff from eBay. I had stuff from old 2nd edition Flames of War. The plastics, the starter sets. Too many Shermans. I got to a point where I was just painting them green. I'll get to the details later. I have just this huge armored company on the tabletop full of all kinds of Shermans. It's just ridiculous. And here I am starting again. It's the same thing again. I'm going down the same route. I got tons of Shermans again. Cripes. I remember the Plastic Soldier Company ones. They were a dog to put together because they 15 mil, keep in mind. They actually had separate tracks. I mean, the actual tracks you had to wind around the little hubs, which was ridiculous. You could get them backwards. Just what is going on here? That was a bit much. I don't think they do that anymore. I mean, that's like a freaking model kit you're putting together there. Like a 132 or something. I don't even messing with individual tracks. But they matched well with the Flames of War, so. Actually, at the time, they were the only plastic tanks I had. Everything was resin with some plastic machine guns and metal turrets. That's what they were originally. And they were awesome because they had weight to them, which I really liked, really appreciated. And then I noticed the little Plastic Soldier Company ones, which are all plastic. It's like, damn, they're like moving feathers around. I didn't like that. You gotta put weights in them or something. Pennies or something. Which I did, and then the pennies would come loose inside the hull. Stupid putting it inside the hull. And they rattle around like, oh no, what am I gonna do now? This is terrible. I gotta cut a hole in the bottom of the hole and try and get the pennies out. This is terrible. I can't deal with this. What's happening? Freaking plastic tanks. Then I had a huge, what was it, 1/48 scale? Whatever scale, I don't remember. For bolt action, I had a big Panther. I don't remember what version. That was a beautiful tank. And I didn't put it together and paint it. My friend actually did. He did it for me for $40. You know who you are, Bob. See if I can find a picture of that. I think I showed that before. So no secrets here. But it was nice. A beautiful Panther. I don't know which version. Maybe Nerd's Nerd knows. Well, she definitely know. What am I thinking? I can remember where I put this stuff. Probably in a folder called Pictures. Yes. Do 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 do. Actually, I think Nerd's Nerd's seen this before. I didn't actually do this tank. Where is it? Martyrs? Midgard? What's that doing here? O group. Tigers. Flames of War. Oh, here it is. Sold. Nebelwerfer. Panther tank. Yeah, there it is. I'll show this real quick. He did a really good job. He's good at this kit stuff. This is his main thing. He did a pretty good job on this. He's a modeler. Let's see, what do I have to do? Display capture, because it doesn't like to show my windows. Display capture. Where the heck is it? Display capture. There it is. 211. You can see the weathering he did on it, which is really good. He's got the mud on the tracks. I don't know what make model this is. He's got the oxidized stuff going. It's really good. I like the camo. Yeah, he did great on the weathering. Look at that on the skirts there. So yeah, he did that for, well, he sold it to me for 40 bucks. Which is an incredible deal. He's a good friend though. And I never got to use it in bolt action at the time. I was collecting stuff and everything for bolt action. Did the starter box for Band of Brothers, but I never got around to playing it. Second edition. That's it. Looks like an A. It's been so long I can't even identify my tanks anymore. I love Panther tanks though. They're just beautiful. At least the sound of those tanks, man. Gotta love it. Why won't this close? Pink. Let me get that out of here. So yeah, that's the story with that one. Regardless, it's no longer in my collection. Oh well. Nerds, you do that scale. That's what you collect. Your tanks are all those big buggers. 148 or 152 or whatever it is that you do. And the third variant, which had thicker side armor, rarely, if ever, had Zimrit. If I remember correctly, so pretty sure it's an A. Sounds right to me. I don't remember. I don't remember the details. I'm a noob. $40. Well, it's somewhere out there being appreciated. One would hope. I'm pretty sure it is. Being featured in some bolt action or World War II battles. Better than collecting dust in my cabinet. I really enjoy painting 28mm World War II stuff, though. I really enjoyed that. And all I did was I did a half track. That was the only other vehicle I did. That was really fun, though. And all the infantry. Tons of infantry. I loved it. And I'm going to do it again. I've already got all the models that I need. Well, a good chunk of them. Got a platoon of Germans. So that's going to be fun. So I could play various games. Bolt action, chain of command, and whatever else suits my fancy. Maybe some conflict. Maybe I'll do that conflict 47 just because. Who knows? I might actually get into that. I'm actually a big fan of pulp stuff. It's kind of pulpy. Let's do the helmets. Hey nerds, how come you didn't do anything with your channel? You haven't done any videos, have you? Did you give up on it? I remember that. You were doing your intros there and they were pretty frickin' good. Then you took it down. And it came back up again. And I took it down. Oh well. I'll do the flesh first. Flesh. Of course, I should talk. I haven't made proper videos in a long time. Ugh. It's easier just to stream. Yup. Nothing fancy. The best videos are the ones that are interactive. And what I mean by that is live streams, whether it's a chat or a battle report, just a live session where people can watch and interact. Those are the best. By far, that is the best content you can make. Because videos, especially videos, have limited interest. They have a limited audience, no matter what it is, whether it's a battle report, a 3D review, or a book review, or an unboxing. You're only going to get so many people to watch that freaking thing. And over time, people are just not going to watch it, and it's going to disappear, and it's all for naught. But I'm telling you, when you do live stuff, and you do what it's really good for, interactive, where people can talk, people can join, people could, I don't know, whatever else you can do, like Twitch, you can do all kinds of things, like polls and games, nonsense like that. Interactive. That's the conclusion I've come to. So I don't do a whole lot anymore. except my live stream. But who knows? I certainly don't. Just don't have the drive for it. No, you're not alone. I've got 3 to 4 half-finished videos sitting on my HDD before ADHD killed them. Yep. Never to be seen. You never know. I've got tons of videos, the same situation, just sitting there. Battles, all kinds of stuff. Because what I used to do is I was always filming stuff. Just, I got a new game. All right, let's film the unboxing. Let's show it off. No, usually without voice or sound, because what I was thinking is that, I'll just do voiceovers for this. As long as I got the video, I could just do this stuff, when I have the opportunity and just set it aside, put it in the old hard drive and let it set. I'll edit it later and eventually get around to doing a voiceover. That works. That's how you get a lot of content. Of course, I never did the voiceover. Now I got all this video footage in my computer. What am I going to do with it all? Yeah, it's like you said, you lose the drive. Granted, it is fun. It's fun to edit your stuff and do all kinds of fun stuff with your videos. It's kind of cool. You can get into that. It can feel like work very quickly, though. And it's like, why am I doing this? Even if you monetize your videos, you're not getting much. I mean, who wants to put that kind of effort into the whole frickin' thing? The number one way you make money on YouTube, specifically YouTube, is sponsorships. The second way of making money on YouTube is through donations and when you're doing live stuff, people can buy cheers and things, kind of like what Twitch does. That's the number one way to make money. The third and final way, of course, is monetization of your videos, which literally makes you pennies. But I'll tell you, if you build your channel up, do a lot of live stuff, you can make quite a bit of money. Nice little side hustle, at least. I think Max was getting some good flow there with his lives. Yeah, that's how you do it. Is it worth it? I don't know. It is if you enjoy making videos and editing stuff or live streaming. It's not everybody's cup of tea. But nowadays I just treat it as like a vlog. I don't worry too much about likes and shares and stuff. Although that helps you get the video out there, which is nice. Just like a vlog. This is what I do. This is me sitting here painting, enjoying the hobby, talking to people. I'm not trying to sell nothing. Yeah, I monetize it, so what? Value for value. I believe in value for value. but I'm not pushing it. It's just me doing my thing. That's all. I think more people should approach it that way. Maybe every once in a while do some cool edit effects in your videos or something. That's always fun. That's all you have to do. No stress. Just do your thing. Show people your hobby. This is what I do. I'm not trying to sell you on anything. Like, this is the proper way of doing this, and that's the proper way of doing that. Yeah. No, that's not for me. Oh, working on flesh here. How you doing, Chris? Let me read. And done. Voila, says Nerds. Picks going up to the new mechs. Boy, you got that done quick. They will be crushing they will be crushing my kids' Sea Fox forces soon. I'm gonna have to take a look. The authenticity of paint and chat is the real draw. There you go. There you go, Chris. What do you think of that? No fakeness here. And I agree. That's the practically 99% of the videos I watch are people that are real. It's just vlog stuff, no commercialization stuff, no hype stuff, no drama stuff. Just people, wholesome, real stuff. Like it's a vlog, right? Like Shadow and Sun. The Squirrel Hermit. Squirrel Hermit's a perfect example. Or RPG Grandma. You know, small channels, but it's good stuff. It's good stuff, I'm telling you. You ever do videos, again, Nerd, do that. Do that. That's what people would really appreciate in our community. Same thing with you, Chris. I know you haven't made videos in a long time. You should. Because everybody, you never know when you're going to motivate somebody with something that you put online that's, you know, you just doing your thing. I get that all the freaking time. And I'm shocked by a lot of it. Like, really? But you never know who you're going to motivate and inspire. Or maybe get angry. That's okay too. Any response is great. But it's those people you inspire that maybe you never know about. Because I know I've had a lot of people that have inspired me that probably never know. I'm sure they don't even have a clue in this hobby. Anyway, I'm going on about this. How you doing, Chris? One of the few Canadian friends that I appreciate in the world. I don't have a lot of Canadian friends. Canadians don't really like me too much. I don't know why. Why is that, Chris? What part of Canada are you from? Maybe that's a key component. I don't know. It's true, though. Not totally true. I can think of another really good friend who's Canadian, who you also know. But the vast majority of the others, I don't know. They drive me crazy or I drive them crazy. Well, there's Big Small sneaking back in from his little trip to the shadow world. Back again you are, Paul. Big Small. What's going on, man? Continue tidying up, okay. I don't know if I'm a nerd or a geek. Some awesome other species of mind. Or some other species. Okay, well, I'm not sure either. I know he wears a big foppish hat. Was just decals and basing today. Well, I keep it small, keep it easy. Baby steps sometimes. Baby steps sometimes. That's often the best way to approach a project, right? Any progress is still progress. Can't tell my settlement with injury? Settlement with injury. What is that about, Chris? What are you talking about? Can't what? About a settlement there. Did you get injured? Waiting on a settlement? What's going on with that? 2026, I get it done, then I can make vids again. You got a settlement going on. All right. Well, it's good to have you back, Paul. Big Small. Good to see you again, too, Chris. My favorite Canadian. PTSD. Yeah, that's right. You were telling me about that quite a while ago. That's still going on, huh? I can't look like I'm earning any money. Yeah, I get it. PTSD, man. You got it pretty bad? Well, we don't have to talk about that live. I imagine you do. I've dealt with people who had PTSD, and oh my God. I don't even want to think about that episode in my life. So I can only imagine. All I can say is it's good we have hobbies. 3 years dealing with this. Really? Holy cow. Why so long, man? Man. That's too bad. We need to paint some helmets. When is that going to be? Luftwaffe? No. German camo dark green, number 979. From the Vallejo model color range. That's what I'm going to use. Where are you? Where are you? There you are. There we go. $9.79 German camo dark green. That's our helmets. It's also the gas mask canister, which I think I did. Did I? No, I didn't. These little 15s, they're like my 6 mil. That's how I'm kind of painting them. Well, it's just too time consuming for me. I can't do that. I can't paint small scales anymore, really. It's just not my thing. Not that they're terrible or anything, don't get me wrong. Just had an email that my 17th century periwig, what is that? Periwig? Is ready to be sent to me after being redressed. Now I gotta work out what day I can be in to receive it safely. Safely? This makes me nervous. I'm gonna have to go to Grok here. What is a periwig? Where's my phone? It's not near me. All right, let me go to Google then. Periwig. Periwig. Is it a hat? A periwig is an old-fashioned term for a wig, particularly the type popular in the 17th and 18th centuries. It often refers to the elaborate curled wigs worn by men during that era. So there you go. Periwig. Let's see how it sounds. I'm saying it right. Periwig. It's archaic. It's a term for wig. All right. So that's a wig. Well, that's pretty cool, man. Specially made, specially ordered. Got your wig coming in the mail. A fancy man's wig. How wunderbar. I take it you guys have had no problems with your periwig deliveries? Not yet. I'm sure one day. Finally finished my tidying up. Now to write an email about the periwig. That's great, man. You ought to make a video about that. I wish you made some English Civil War videos where you're all dressed up, giving sermons on the history. I'd love that so much. If you did that, you've got a great presence for the camera. And you've got a great dress up going on. And you've got so much knowledge on the history. It would be so awesome. To me, that would be fantastic. I wish you would. See, some people are interested in this stuff, man. Learn how to use that damn camera. Anyway, moving on. Wig cool. It is, isn't it? The old periwig. Let's get that terminology correct, Chris. Periwig. I think Ian would have had some good conversations with you in particular, Big Small. And you're both in Yorkshire. He was in Yorkshire too. And he knew a lot about the English Civil War and its histories. And he's your type of guy. You would have had some good conversations. You liked him. Could sit here and talk about wigs. Bloop. Important people are called big wigs because of their big wigs. Yeah, there you go. Big wigs. There you go. That's a little tidbit from history. I'm going to have to get a wig. That's all there is to it. My hobby time into the campaign. No distractions. Okay, that's all right. I understand fully. Miss Big Bro, he would have liked talking about wigs. Yeah, he would. That's right up his alley. I think him and Big Small here would have really got along. It's the same sense of humor. Makes sense to me. They're both Yorkshiremen. That's the way it goes. Hermitage. Alright, that right there is going to get a cover on the helmet, so we're not going to paint that green. That's going to be a beige with some camo. Yes? Should I? Or should I? Yeah, it's definitely got a cover on it. I can see it. You can see the little folds over the helmet. I should talk. I'm always telling you guys, oh, make videos, make videos, make videos. And I don't do any myself anymore. Yeah. What's the matter with me? I guess maybe I should start doing videos before I start telling you guys. Let's paint some gas canisters. Some little gas masks. How you been, Chris? How you been besides your settlement stuff? Everything all right? How you been feeling? I haven't talked to you in a while. How's the gaming life? Any gaming at all? Probably not. I've finally been gaming myself. Feels pretty good. Feels good to get some 40k under my belt once again. Some Dead Zone, some Flames of War. At one point, some Triumph. And I must say, starting from scratch with no miniatures in my collection anymore, and finally getting to a point where I can play some games. Feels pretty good. It feels remarkably good. It's like starting all over again, which is exactly what I'm doing. But it's cool. You know, I feel like a kid again, really. Like I'm just new to the hobby and, oh, I could do so many different things. Everything's open to me. Been busy learning the 3D sculpt. That's right, you were doing that. No gaming and some painting. Is it really tough, that 3D sculpting? Man, I've seen some people just getting into it and they're serious about it. Man, it looks like it's so involved. Nerd does a little bit of it. She does a lot of it, actually. But she doesn't go like some of these other folks do. She does mostly the tanks and stuff. But man, I see people doing these sculpts of orcs and, you know, biological creatures. And it looks very involved. I don't know. Human anatomy. I'm going to use some beige. Did I do the flesh? Yeah, and 3 of them. Why did I stop? I got 2 more guys to do here. Well, let me go back to the flesh. Mostly vehicles right now. Probably easier to do that, I imagine. Well, when I get into it, I've got people to turn to, so that's the good thing. Teach me. Teach me. So much potential with that stuff. Doing your own designs. Trying to keep my mind active. Yeah. I could always play chess. Yeah, gotta keep the mind active. All I have to do is lay down at night. Boy, my mind just goes to work. Exercise time for the brain. That's what it seems like sometimes. Actually, that helps put me to sleep. Go to bed thinking about whatever, man, I'm drifting. Boom. Let's see, what did I do today? That's it, sorry. Plotting my next campaign. Alright, we got the flesh all done. Helmets, I got one more helmet to do there. Got to give him a little beige color because it's got a camo covering on it. Start off with a little beige. Middle stone? No, we don't want that. I admit, painting Flames of War stuff again really gives me a sense of the old days when I was doing this so long ago in the chats. I mean, it's all I talked about. It's all I painted. Did all those battle reports. Everything was Flames of War and World War II stuff. And I've missed that for so long. It feels kind of cool to be sitting here talking about it and painting it, doing these chats again. Just, yeah, it feels pretty awesome. Working on some weird World War I tanks right now. Really? We're in good company. That's something I've been considering doing. World War II, actually, but that's kind of cool you're doing the World War I thing. What games are out there for that era? Weird World War I. Anything in particular? More pulp stuff. Huh. I think this guy has some leaves and stuff stuck in his hat here. His helmet. It's already camoed. I might have to pick that detail out. Yeah, looks like it. That'll be easy. I'll just give it a little dab of black and then just pick it out in some color like green, yellow, or whatever. So show some greenery. Of course, it's already camo patterned, so it's going to be hard to see. I'd have to use a different color of green or yellow. There. Flesh is done. Helmets are done. Tunics are done. Anklets are done. Oh, I forgot the boots. Damn it. Gotta do the rifle. Trench Crusade. Oh, that game. It's all the rage. It's growing fandom. Matt is a big fan now. Which is actually surprising to me because he was all Mantic, but nothing else. It was just going to be Mantic. But sure enough, didn't take long. Trench Crusade was added to the collection. There you go. I knew that would happen. Now Chris is smitten by the old Trench Crusade. Everybody says it's great. Well, Tumas Perinen, GW renown. Mordheim fame. What else did he do? He wrote some army books. I don't know if he did any other games. He did Mordheim. He did army books for various things, but I don't think he did anything beyond Mordheim. And then he left, doing his own thing. Decades later, here he is with Trench Crusade. I think he hit on something. I don't know if that strikes my fancy. I love grimdark, but I don't know. That's a bit odd to me. Apocalyptic steampunk pulp grimdark. That's different from, say, science fiction grimdark. But it is definitely grim and dark. I don't know if it pulls me. It doesn't actually pull me at all. I'd gladly sit down and play a game, though. I started playing way before the Kickstarter rules have been in play testing for a few years. Yeah? So you're in. You like it. What do you think about it? If there's one thing that really makes it stand out from other apocalyptic, or any other games really, but apocalyptic type games, what is it that really makes it stand out? Would it be the rules? Would it be the aesthetic? Just that one thing that really makes the thing stand out. What would it be for you? Slick game design, tightness of the rules, maybe. It is a skirmish game. Third edition Warhammer Fantasy, and then he went into video game industry more. Well, he wasn't around in third edition. Couldn't be third. Third edition was the freaking 1980s stuff. When did Mordheim come out? 2000, I think. It was either the 5th edition, not 4th, it couldn't have been 4th. It was either 5th or 6th edition Mordheim came out. I like grimdark, but too much hand waving in those Turnip 28 style games for my taste. Well, 3rd edition was the last book version of Warhammer. You sure? The first box set was 4th. And that was the early days. I don't think he was around. I think he came around in 5th or 6th edition. As a, what do they call them? What do they call them when you're like the... Oh, I can't think of the term. Y2K. Yeah, those were good times. More time. I didn't play it as much for whatever reason. I actually didn't like it as much as, say, Necromunda. Less shooting and more melee. Just seemed like everybody would just meet in the middle and fight a melee and then it'd be over. But it wasn't. It's not really like that. It's just, that's how it came off to me. And I was like, oh, this sucks. Because my guys that shoot suck. I believe Mordheim was at the end of 5th edition. Sounds right to me. He was like, what, an intern for a while? To one of the main guys? Like Andy Chambers or somebody? Learning the trade and the craft. And I think Mordheim was his project, his first real project, full game. That just was awesome, really. Fifth sounds right. Yeah, it sounds really right, because I was really deep into it in 5th edition. Working on some witch hunters now. You are. I got some witch hunters to work on. For my fantasy stuff. Some classic GW stuff. I got the whole Mordheim warband for the witch hunters. With the dogs and the guys with the torches. And is that what you're painting, March? Because I got them too. I'm going to be painting them. Plus I got the Witch Hunter from Warhammer Quest. Yeah, I'm going to be painting them for my fantasy games in general. It's all good, Chris. It's been a long time. Been a long time. Alright, so there's another grouping of guys. Got to start on. I'll finish these tomorrow. I'm basically painting a base a day. I've got 4 of them now. Need about 6 for a platoon. 6 bases for a platoon. Plus the command base. That's right. I got to have that little mini base. Like 2 guys. I think it's 2. 2 or 3. Those be the ones. Ah, that's great, man. For some reason I saved that box. I didn't sell it. I had them all. And I even primed them too. I got them right next to me, in fact. They're nice to have. I'm glad I still have some models. Jeez. Those will be good. I'm gonna use them in general for my fantasy games, but there's one game that I really want to try that's witch hunting, and I can't think of the name of it. I mentioned it many times before, showed it off here in the stream. Just recently got it, late last year I think, or early this year. What is it called? See if I can remember. I think I still have 4 war bands left from way back in the day. Yeah, they're nice to have. For sure. Devilry afoot. I knew you'd have it. I was waiting. Exactly. That's the game. I want to try it with that. I've yet to play that freaking game. Simple little game. Solo co-op game, now that I think about it. There is a deep part of me that still thinks I should go back and play Mordheim 2. Because Mordheim is a very popular game. People are still playing Broheim. And all the game, the articles and the rules, they're all available. People still have little conventions for it. It's got a huge community for it. Well, we'll say a decent-sized community of dedicated Mordheim players to this day. And so it's a thing. I've considered that. That would be fun. Is that what you're doing, March? Are you doing the Mordheim thing? I sold all my frickin' rules, which is a shame. I did actually find a couple of the buildings, though, from the box set that I still have. I showed them off the other day. Little battle damage to them, but yeah, they're otherwise great. They're all based up. Look fantastic. So much content on the game to this day. Yeah, there is. I think out of all their games, including Warhammer and old 40k and Necromunda, the old versions, I think Mordheim is the one that really has the biggest community and the most people involved with it. I could be wrong, but it just seems that way. And for some strange reason, all the rules and all the magazine and digest articles are all free. Digital files, legit, free, on Broheim. I don't know how they get away with that or how that works, because it's GW. But yeah, Thomas Prinnan still has posted articles on the site too about it. So I don't know. It's still a big thing. War Master, yeah, that's got a community too. I don't know how big that one is in comparison, but it's crazy, man. These older games still have such a huge, well, again, huge, have a decent following. Let's be reasonable. I've been trying to find a copy of Witchfinder General. I think Devilry Afoot might be a better game. You think? You could probably look it up on... I think Warlord had it. Didn't they publish it? But I think you might be able to find it on... what's the name? War Games Vault. Could be wrong, but I remember seeing it there, I believe. Broheim is a wonderful thing. You're into that then, so you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I've thought about it myself. I mean, it's old Hammer, but it's... I don't know, it's feels new to me. I don't know. Lucky Charm. They're magically delicious. I don't do an Irish accent, so... Let's take a look at Nerd stuff here before I forget. She just finished these. Let me get the video up. Totally forgot. So let me get to these. New Capellan mechs for Warrior House Imara. Marching to war against an incipient sea fox invasion. All right. Look at that. That's great. Speed paints. She put the decals on, right? Let me see. I think that's what Nerds did tonight. Decals. Where's the decals? I don't see the decals. I don't see the decals. Wait, what's that? What's this here? Is that a decal? What is that? I can't tell. Oh, let's look at another one. That's really good stuff. Look at the green highlights on the edges. All right. All right, where's the decals? I don't see any decals. Am I blind? That's a good color scheme. The green and the off-white. That shade of green is particularly good. What shade of green is that, I wonder? Is that, what is it called? I have it. I don't know if that's the same color, though. Absolution green? Is that Absolution green, I wonder? Hold on, I can't see the chat. Desperately looking for decals. I see nothing. That's nice work there, I see that. That little jewel effect, it looks like. You paint jewels in reverse. You get the highlight at the bottom and the dark at the top. That's how you get a nice see-through appearance. You guys know this, I don't know why I'm telling you that. Let's look at this guy. Alright, decals. Oh, look at the effect down here. Little purple windows. I don't see decals. Alright, one more? Or is that it? The walking egg? There's something right here, but I don't know. There's another little effect there. I think Nerd was fooling me. I don't see no decals. Alright, hold on. It's Ghillie Doo, directly over the Vigor Mortis base. But the decals are on the side of the arms. Let me go back to the damn thing. I don't see no decals. Let me look at one with the arms. Well, you're not showing the sides of the arms. All I can see is the front. Let me see here. Of course, I see this right there. Is that it right there? I see something there. I think that's a decal. Yeah, there's something here. Alright, alright. Nothing there, unless that's something right there. I can't tell. It's on the bases. Oh, they're see-through bases. That's the battle mat. Okay. Did I have that up? Was I showing that? Was I showing that? I think I was showing that, right? Did you guys see what I was looking at? Or do I have to go back? Gilly Dew. What is that? It's Gilly Dew. Oh, that's the name of the paint. Gilly Dew over the Vigor Mortis base. Oh, jeez, I don't have any of those. Alright, you saw it? Alright, good. Oh, nothing worse than me flapping away here, not showing off what I'm looking at. The paint job is stellar. I don't know about the decal work, though. They're hard to see. I can't see them. I think you're kidding me. I guess I saw them. You'd have to show the side of the arm, I guess. Anyway. It was up. Yes, we have visual on Stompy Robots. Good, good. Looks awesome. Yeah, she's getting ready to introduce her, what'd you say, 16-year-old? Is that what you said? 16? I don't remember. To the game of Battletech because they showed interest. And how could you refuse? Right. How could you refuse? Right? See if I missed anything else here on the old interwebs. This is the new upcoming starter set for Flames of War. Fortress Europe, it's called. The complete World War II starter set. No idea what's going to be in it, but it's got Tigers on the front, Tiger 1s on the front, and 2 variants of Sherman, and lots of infantry. And what's that in the back? That looks like a Flak 88. And I see a, what is it? I can't even remember the designations of these things. Wow, it's been that long. An M3? Is it an M3 half track? M3? M5? American half track? One of them. I see one of those in the back. And another tank there, which probably is another Sherman. Got a 76 and 75s. That's not bad. It's a big freaking box, though. I'm thinking there's more in it than just that. So we're definitely talking Normandy. Breakout. Like Cobra or something. Right? Which would be an ideal box for me. Because, hey, I need more Shermans. The Tigers would be useful. 3 of them. And another Flak 88. So, we'll see. If the price is right, I'll probably pick that up. Yep. Volksgrenadier? I don't think so. I think this is more the breakout. But yeah, it would be nice to have them. Let me go back and look at the picture again. Yeah, they don't look like Volkstrom. Volksgrenadiers to me, but you never know. I always like the artwork. Looks like a good box for the Americans. If it's got the half tracks in there, that's kind of a nice add. And the infantry as well, instead of the paras that Hit the Beach has. So that'd be a nice box to add to the Hit the Beach. Looking at this, you're probably looking at a U.S. Armored Company. Armored infantry. I used Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay First Edition, says Paul. Rules for a historical scenario about 1640s witchfinders once. A good system to use, with home rules for pistols and muskets. Chris says, they're probably just regular infantry, but I can hope. Reference to the German infantry. Been looking at the Pacific Asia stuff and it looks good. So have I. I'm definitely doing the Pacific Theater. I think that's my stage 2 to my Flames of War. I'm gonna get deep into the Pacific. You remember Paul? Paul was always trying to get me into that Pacific Theater. We'd sit here and talk all about that stuff. Pacific Theater is something I don't know a whole lot about. Just the basic general stuff we all know. I never really dug in. But he knew it. I mean, being Australian, he would. So he'd be happy to know I'm finally taking the plunge in that. So yeah, that's going to be my stage 2. And that's going to be a big deal. That'll happen pretty soon. Stage 3, of course, is my 28mm stuff. Which will probably follow the same route. West Front, Breakout, and Pacific Theater. He got you into it. Yep, I can believe that. That was his jam. That was when it comes to World War II. He was all about the Pacific Theater. I mean, relatives that served. Which makes sense. That's, part of the world he's from. How about you, Canadian man? Where does your interest lie? Outside of the Pacific stuff. Probably D-Day Breakout stuff? I mean, where else were the Canadians? Were they in the early war stuff? I don't think so. North Africa? See, I don't know that. I have Anzacs because of him for World War I, World War II, and Vietnam. Yeah, again, I can believe that. And the promos they've been doing on Instagram and on their website for the Pacific Theater is just awesome. I'm just really digging the artwork and the miniatures they're pumping out. So I'm getting myself psyched for that when the time comes. Probably do a lot of 3D printing. But do they even have a Flames of War starter for the Pacific? Did they release one? I think they did, right? Or am I thinking just the books? I don't remember. Something with Marines in it or something? I'd have to go look again. I don't remember. I have a ton of Juno Breach and Netherlands and starting Battle Group Italy this next year. That's right, you're a big fan of Battle Group. As am I. I played a lot of that. No starter. They don't have one yet. They will. I know Warlord Games has one for bolt action. So what do you think they're going to do? Wait and see how well it sells before they commit to a starter set? How could they not do a starter set for the Pacific? I thought they did. Maybe I'm thinking 3rd edition. Battlefront's got to get their shite together. Them and Warlord Games, they don't do starter sets like they need to be doing. Bolt action's terrible with starter sets. They sell these individual army starters. Okay, that's great. You know, it's one army. Yeah, it's really expensive. But I'd rather a 2-player starter. That's what I'm talking about. That's a proper starter set. For 2 people, 2 armies, rules, dice, gadgets, whatever. And the only one they sell is the Band of Brothers. And they finally did a 3rd edition version of it. Updated it a little bit with the contents, which is nice. I might pick that up. I might. But where's the other starters? If they did others, they're sold out. They have the one for 3rd edition, which is Bulge. But like most gamers, we don't want winter stuff. I'm starting to rant. My group still plays Battle Group and a lot of Crossfire. Ah, good old school Crossfire. I really liked that game. It was a little too light for me to play long term or to become a default game for me. But it's one of those things that, you know, you play for a little bit, put away, and you're going to get the itch again to play it. Because it's so unique that you don't get this type of game with probably any other game out there. The dice mechanic is so simple, but it's fun. It's a fun dice mechanic. And reacting to your opponent's movement, no tape measures. It's crazy how good a game that really is. But again, it's an itch scratcher for me. Very unique. Reaction mechanic and no turns. That's right, there's no turns. It's just this action-reaction thing. Gaining the initiative. Yeah, it's actually brilliant. What a brilliant game. I still have the rules for that. I'll have to play that again. Because like I said, it's like one of those things that you got to play now and then. And last I heard, Battle Group, or rather Plastic Soldier Company, they're still publishing Battle Group, right? Well, anyway, they're working on a new set of rules for Battle Group for platoon level. I.e. bolt action chain of command level. a version of Battle Group for 28 mil figures and that kind of thing. Which is good news because we always need more platoon level World War II games. Which is true. Battle Group has always been one of my favorites. My top favorite World War II games, and I've played a lot, are O Group, Flames of War, and Battle Group. The ones I had the most enjoyment playing, the scale, the look of the battles, the fun of the battles. Those would be my top 3 World War II rules to play. Mind you, I've never played Bolt Action or Chain of Command, so I'm ignoring that. But there's a lot of other games like Panzer Grenadier, which I really loved, but that became O Group. And then there was that one based on War Master / War Master. I can't think of the name of it. Command something. Not Command Decision. That's an old school World War II game. Rommel. Wouldn't be one of my tops. It's very unique. Like Crossfire is. And those would be my top 3. Favorite games. I've played an awful lot of them. I'm off for dinner. Okay, Nerds Nerd. Have a wonderful evening. Enjoy the dinner. Good to see you making some progress. And hope to hear about the success the mechs will have in the upcoming Smash Fest. It'd be good to hear about that. Make all that painting worthwhile. And I've Been Shot, Mom. Played that a lot. And that's good. Very detailed tank stuff. Tank rolls. But, yeah, my top 3 would be the ones I mentioned. O Group is good for those battalion level games. It's has a very historical feel. The only thing you got to get used to is tank models represent more than one tank. I think it's like 2 or 3 actual tanks. It's a very good set of rules. Really enjoyed it. Good command and control stuff going on in there. Battle Group is another really good one. That's the game I played a lot of and came to the conclusion this is like watching a World War II documentary or a movie on your tabletop. The way it played and felt. It's like, wow. I don't know if it was the basing or what, but it just felt that way. And the size of the battles. Really interesting, good game. Keeping track of ammo. Victory points are hidden between both sides, so you don't know how close to victory or loss you really are. It's a really good game. Some of the best World War II army lists you can get, in my opinion. And Flames of War is just downright good fun. Great intro to World War II gaming, especially in 15 mil. Easy to get into. They have all these box sets of platoons of all kinds of forces and armies, and so they make it easy to collect that scale and to play the game, and it's just dastardly good fun. So what can I say? And that's my take right there. World War II gaming in 15 mil. I think everybody left the chat. Am I alone here? Hello? 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 Periwig. Let's close that down. Word of the night is periwig. Interesting little tidbit from history. Yeah, we got a few viewers on there. 4 according to this. So I'm not alone. Oh, if I click this, I can insert an ad. Why would I do that? I don't want to do that. We've been on for 3 hours and 18 minutes. Not bad. So that's about normally what I do. So we'll close it up here in a few minutes, I think. And then I'll get something to eat and relax for the evening. See what the evening holds for me. Before we come back again tomorrow and get some more painted as I work to get my Flames of War back in tip-top game shape. I hope you guys too are getting some stuff done. Bet you that was loud. Anything else going on here? I guess not. Alright folks, I'm going to call it then. I was going to wait for Chris to come back, but I don't see him. That's alright. It's good to see you guys again. Just in time. How you doing, Chris? You need to come into the chats more often. I'll bring you into the chat one of these days. I don't talk enough with you. When I do, you're always disappearing on me. I'll be back again tomorrow. For sure. I've been doing them every day now. What, 4 days in a row now? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think 4 days in a row. So I'll be back. Because I'm just in the mood to paint these Flames of War stuff. Get them going. I got quite a bit, so yeah. So you need to come in more often. Maybe get some painting in. Alright folks, I'm going to call it here because I'm hungry. I got to eat before I pass out. Getting dizzy. I'm getting dizzy, Chris. I'm getting dizzy. What's this do? Open scene filters. What is that? What is this thing here? Have a good night, guys. I will be back. You better be. Are these all my filters? Center camera. UR camera. What is that? I don't know. I'll have to look at that later. Yes, folks, thanks. I hope you have a wonderful evening tonight. Start of the new week. And it's a glorious start to the week, at least weather-wise for me. I hope it is for you guys as well. And Chris, thanks for being there tonight. Just sharing some good old-time chat. I appreciate it a lot. And I hope to do more. So, and everybody else, Nerds Nerd, appreciate it. Great work on the mechs. And Big Small, of course. And March, I know you're out there watching from the shadows, as you do. And everybody else that checks this out, joined today, I appreciate it. And we'll talk to you again tomorrow. So, folks, you guys hang in there. You know why. It's only going to get better. And that's the truth. So, until next time, toodaloos.